Hey guys, and we were running a little bit late, but we are here for an amazing game of Game Day Bingo. We have an amazing must-go on this one, $169 available here. Should be some fun stuff, but that's if we get over 56 balls or less, as that will get us past our last jackpot available, which is sitting at $7,712 on that major. But if you go in 49 balls or less, you'll be taking home the mega of $40,964. The minor prize not even available, as it has to get over the ball count of the major for it to become available. Should be some really fun stuff in this, but we are going to be streaming all of these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV. Player Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV. YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just got a bunch of them installed to a ton of new locations, and those locations just getting them installed are somewhere else. Brandon Municipal Liquor, the Foundry Pub, the Bar Hastings, the Tavern of Starbuck, KJ's Refuge, Old Log Cabin, Road Trips Bar, Mapleton Muni, Windmill Bar, Friendly Buffalo, Tootsie's, Trails Grill, Scoops Pub and Grill, Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids, Bricks Pub and Grub, American Legion Chaska, Happy Hour Inn, The Corner, Howling Dog Pub, Andy's Bar and Grill, Oldenburg Brewing Company, as well as Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill. Congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all these games of Game Day Bingo we got ahead of us today.
Oh, we for sure sending out some extra luck there. We have clicked past all of our jackpots, though, in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. I mean, we're giving out a beautiful must-go prize of $169. I would not be too disappointed to take that one home in game number 1 of the day. But we already have players 2 balls away, as it looks like it's going to be going out, and it's silver, as well as Yags 370, Grr. Yeah, silver over at Benton Station, Yags 370 over at the Lincoln Depot, and Grr over at Shady's Railside. All of them splitting up that $169 must-go prize. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 2. Good to see you, Yags 370, one of those big-time players that we've been seeing his name pop up for a real long time here on the Pilot TV.
Oh, yeah, and speaking about names popping up, yesterday we had 4 jackpots go out, making us 28 for the rolling week and 79 for all of Season 13. And starting off those jackpots was T-Mob Turbo, playing over at Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill, taking him $1,144, the largest jackpot of yesterday.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful jackpot that went out, and it makes me think of the Snail movie.
It does.
Which I think is called Turbo.
It's just Turbo.
Is it called Turbo?
And it's a classic.
What's hilarious is I didn't watch it for a really long time.
I didn't either, but I randomly watched it, and I was like, this is actually pretty funny.
Because it came out right in the wrong time for me, because there was a span where, now I don't mind watching kids animated movies again.
No, I'll even go and pay to watch them in theaters. I'm going this weekend to watch Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I love a good kids animated movie. They're always fun to watch, especially if you want to turn off your brain and watch something.
But there was just that span of 11 to 15
where I was too cool.
I'm not going to watch that. What am I, a kid?
Yeah, exactly. I completely felt that way. And so I never watched Turbo, and then I ended up watching it, and it was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun one. One that I would have definitely been into as a little kid for sure.
Oh, it was such a cool concept.
The speedy snails, so cool. So cool. Speaking of slugs, it just made me think of, did you ever watch Slug Terra as a kid?
No, wait.
Disney XD.
No.
Okay. But that was an absolute classic. And actually, Curtis, one of our producers, actually just recently rewatched Slug Terra again, which was absolutely hilarious. But it was kind of like a Pokemon type show where they collected these slugs with different powers, and they would put them in their gun, and they would shoot out these slugs with different powers. And it was really, really entertaining.
That's interesting.
Yes. Was super fun.
Yeah, started in 2012. Okay.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen them.
Okay, yeah, that was it.
I think I've watched an episode or two because I had neighbors that I babysat that watched it.
Okay, yeah, I watched it when it very first started to come out, and that was a really, really fun one. It was one of those that I definitely watched because I had little brothers who really loved watching Disney XD.
Do they have the toys that come with them? I'm guessing.
I'm gonna guess it was franchised and made into a toy thing as well, just because it's perfectly made for those toys. Everyone loves the Pokemon toys, the Yu-Gi-Oh,
Bakugan.
yeah, Bakugan, and all of those kind of things. So I'd be surprised if they didn't make it into a toy. But good job, Team Op Turbo, taking home a nice prize. But we got to talk about the 2 jackpots that went out after that, as they actually went out to the same player. We had Tanya over at JR Mac having a really hot night, taking home $656 on the first jackpot, and then on the second jackpot took home an even larger prize of $856.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't the final jackpot that went out on that Wednesday, as right after that, we had 1308 over at the Chart House, big time player, taking home $891. Good job to you, Chart House, Team Op Turbo, as well as Tanya, all taking home those wins yesterday.
Oh yeah, and you meant 1308, not Chart House.
Oh, did I say Chart House?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Ooh, we got 1308 over at the Chart House.
Yeah, taking home a nice prize with those other winners. Definitely some great stuff there. As 1308, definitely a different name. We don't normally go over number names.
Yeah.
But 1308 has been a huge player in this season 13 so far. But speaking of a huge player in this new year, we have a new eTab game. It's called Lucky Star, and it just hit your guys' iPads today. It is a super fun eTab game, and you guys can win great prizes in some of the bonus and free play rounds in that game. But if you guys aren't too sure about it and you want to see a little preview of that game before you end up playing it, head on over to our Facebook page and search us up. To search us up, all you got to do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, as well as things like the eTab previews that you can see. There's also a link tree right on top of our Facebook page. If you click on that, you'll have links to bar locations, other socials, and more there as well. So pretty much everything is there on the Facebook page, as well as, like I like to highlight, the eTab promo of that game, Lucky Star.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of fun there. But if the live bingo happens to be your main squeeze, we get into a ton of it throughout the entirety of our day. But before we talk about that, we got Mad Dog over at Friends Bar and Restaurant and Yags370 over at the Lincoln Depot, 2 big-time players splitting up that Musco prize of $39.50, meaning that minor jackpot's going to be clicking up to 56 balls or less on this next round, and that major and mega are going to be growing and rolling onto this next round. But we are still going to be unable to take home this minor jackpot in this next round, as we're still in line for that major jackpot. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play for that.
Oh yeah, Mad Dog 3 and Yags370, 2 players that have been around since I started playing Pilot. It started being here at Pilot Games, giving out prizes, and they've always been at the head of standings, winning huge jackpots. And so good to see 2 of our longtime players out there getting after it, trying to take home hopefully a major prize of over $7,000. But you guys just have 2 minutes to get enrolled in this upcoming game number 3 of Game Day Bingo, and we'll be playing this Game Day Bingo all the way till 1 o'clock. That's when we end off live a Game Day Bingo for the lunchtime and get into some unhosted Lucky 4 and Game Day Bingo action.
Oh yeah, during that time, you guys start off with that Lucky 4 bingo right at 1, where you guys get a chance at $73,059. And then right after that, you guys get 3 hours unhosted of Game Day Bingo, running from 1 all the way till 4, where you guys get to go after that same minor, that same major, and that same mega, whatever happens to grow and roll from these 12 to 1 times. After that 1 to 4 stint of Game Day Bingo, though, we get into our hosted happy hour stream. During that time, we go into that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 o'clock, where you guys get that second chance at $73,059. If it doesn't happen to go out during that round, though, don't worry, because after 23 more games of Game Day Bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6, you guys will be getting a third and final shot at Lucky 4 Bingo right at 6 p.m.
Yeah, that will lead you into the Skull Bingo games, which happen to be some of my favorite bingo games available throughout today. We got it running from 6 all the way till 10, and we got a line prize of $557 you could take home in 10 balls or less, a coverall prize of $4,501 you could take home in 50 balls or less, but the large frame is the highlight jackpot of today, as there's $25,027 you could take home in 43 balls or less. All should be some fun stuff in that Skull Bingo running from 6 all the way till 10. But the last few nights we've had some interruptions on that Skull Bingo, and they've been some great PGL specialty nights. We had Wild Wednesday, 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, just happened last night, as we gave out a bunch of PGL points. And the night prior to that, there was even another great PGL special night, MegaSota Game Night. That starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Both those nights you could take home a bunch of PGL points and a bunch of great prizes. They both have super fun grand finales as well, so definitely come out for both MegaSota Game Night, 6:40 every single Tuesday, and Wild Wednesday, 7 o'clock every single Wednesday.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. but we are having balls drop on this game of Game Day Bingo. That minor jackpot's at $154. You can take home in 56 balls or less, which you can't quite yet. That major jackpot's at $7,796. You can actually take home in 56 balls or less, and that mega's at $41,049. You can take home in 49 balls or less. But as you guys are going after all these great jackpots, we got some national days to get into, and kicking it off, we actually have a World Day with World Quark Day. On January 19th, World Quark Day officially celebrates quark and its many benefits. Quark is a European superfood staking its claim on supermarket shelves worldwide. Quark is a delicious, high-protein, low-fat alternative to soft cheese and yogurt that can be used for baking, cooking, and blending.
Interesting.
So I'm guessing it's like putting smoothies and stuff.
Yeah, I'm very interested in what quark is, as is a type of elementary particle and a fundamental constituent of matter. Quarks combine to form composite particles called hadrons, the most stable of which are protons and neutrons. The components of atomic nuclei, all commonly observed matter, is composed up of quarks, down quarks, and electrons.
Yeah, but I think we're talking about the dairy product.
Yes, let's talk about quark cheese, as that's actually what we're talking about. As quark is a type of fresh dairy product made from milk. The milk is soured, usually by adding lactic acid bacteria cultures and strained once, and desired curdling is achieved. It can be classified as fresh acidic set cheese.
Jack, at like the set amount of curdling, definitely interesting stuff. But we do have a winner with Legion Girl over at VFW Shakopee, taking home that must-go prize of $45.20. Good job to you, Legion Girl. Meaning that minor, that major, and that mega are going to be growing and rolling on to this next round, with that minor jackpot finally becoming available at 58 balls or less to take home.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting one, as I've never heard of this, but for it being a bit like superfood, it absolutely seems like worthwhile doing a little bit of research on it, and seeing how it tastes in different products. Milk-based. Now, whenever you get into like lactic acid bacteria cultures and the perfect amount of curdling, it always makes me get a little weird.
Yeah, a little disgusted.
Yes, absolutely. But
you know, once it's like, I feel like if it was blended into a smoothie, I'm fine with that. But I definitely couldn't just be eating it with a spoon.
Yes. Okay. It tastes like an unaged cheese with a smooth, creamy texture, similar to cream cheese or thick yogurt, and it tastes like a slightly sour cream cheese. Okay. So I know sour cream cheese is super popular. It's definitely not one of my most popular types of cheeses, but I know it's super popular amongst a lot of different people. And so this may be a big, nice little substitute for you guys if you're looking for more of a healthy option.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one to go for. And what is the closest to quark cheese? We got 5 best substitutes for quark. At number 5, we got that sour cream. At number 4, we got a cheese that's pretty well known with mascarpone. In third, we got some Greek yogurt. In second, it's like ricotta. And the most best substitute that's close to quark is cottage cheese.
Yeah, that makes sense that cottage cheese is the closest.
Yeah,
that's the only other cheese that I know that you look for the curdling in it, and it makes it taste better if it curdles. And so that's definitely what I would compare it to the most. But what I hope for is that it's closest to Greek yogurt. As
I would hope.
If it's like Greek yogurt, then I totally could get behind it. That seems absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely some interesting stuff.
See, some of the quark cheese, it looks a lot tastier than when I'm seeing other ones where it's, obviously curdled and everything, but you see a nice, smooth quark cheese. I can definitely get a lot more behind that.
Yeah, and again, I could definitely get behind like having it in a smoothie or something.
And even the quark, the curdling, doesn't necessarily look as much like a cottage cheese curdling, and looks more close to just like the hardening of like ice cream.
Yeah.
That's definitely what it looks more like to me.
Yeah, it's definitely closer to that. It's definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between cottage cheese and like a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah.
Which is a really weird combo, but
Which I would say it's definitely between like cottage cheese and like mascarpone, because mascarpone's definitely like similar in that
oh
aspect.
yes, completely agree with that as well. Super cool stuff. Well, happy World Quark Day. Definitely one that if you're a person that's looking for a healthier cheese to go about, maybe spreading on your chips or something like that. Definitely check out Quark on World Quark Day. Next one is a big one for me. I love this thing. It's National Popcorn Day. On January 19th, National Popcorn Day pops onto the scene with a crunch we all love to enjoy. The annual celebration recognizes a treat that satisfies munchies day or night.
Oh, popcorn, one of the best snacks of all time, and it really is the best snack for going to the movies.
Oh,
It's like
is.
it's like my favorite reason to go to a movie theater.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you used to get the thing that you could go and get your popcorn bucket refilled at any time, and you would just bring that popcorn bucket back to the movies, and like they would just fill it up for you without any kind of extra charge or anything like that. You just had to pay the 1 year, like buy the specialty bucket, and you'd have it for the complete year.
And honestly, it's like like $30, I think. It's like $30 or $40. And if you see more than like 4 movies a year, it's so worth it.
100%.
And not only that, I would then just go to the movie theater, fill it up, because they give you like 2 fills of the bucket basically in a bag if you're just leaving with it. And then just take it home. And then just go watch the movies at home.
Yeah, we would be like, hey, we want to do a movie night tonight. And you'd be like, okay, after work, I'll go stop at the movie theater and pick up some popcorn. And we'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. And then we'd end up having popcorn for you and probably pass that movie. And we'd end up eating some stale popcorn the day after.
Day. But still, it's still as good.
Super tasty when you got that movie theater popcorn on it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you have a favorite type of popcorn?
Kettle corn.
Kettle corn?
Yes. Kettle corn I think kettle corn is at least 3 leagues above caramel corn.
Okay, yes. I think that, caramel corn's up there. I think the cheese corn popcorn is super good as well.
Very specific. The better made cheddar popcorn.
So good.
So
tasty.
I'm not even a cheese guy.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of cheese flavored things. I don't like the powder, but there's something about that better made popcorn.
Oh yeah, we do have a winner here as we got Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, Sparkle over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, I think it was. Yeah, Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Whoopie Ding over at VFW Spring Lake Park. All of them splitting up that must-go prize of $53 in this game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 5 with that minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. So super high likelihood the minor prize go out. Still looking out for that major prize at 56 balls or less, and that mega prize at 49 balls or less. All should be fun stuff as you guys got 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game number 5. But I think cheddar popcorn is one of my top favorites. Caramel popcorn, you get that in a mixed bag. I think that's like perfect.
If you take a bite of the cheddar and the caramel at the same time,
the mixture works so good.
I didn't believe it until someone was like, yeah, go just try it.
And just eat it at the same time, and you're like, wow, this is a game changer.
It was like when I was trying cheese curds, and at B-Dubs, they told us to try it with the caramel sauce, and I just didn't believe it, and then I put one in.
And it was absolutely delicious.
It was.
It has to be. It has to be. I had a spicy maple syrup on my cheese curds while I was over there in Minnesota. And I was trying to get those cheese curds for you, but I think they had ended up moving locations by the time that we had came to visit the year after. And so then we just couldn't find the restaurant in time. And so then we ended up just going to a different one, which ended up being delicious as well.
George and the Dragon.
Yeah, George and the Dragon.
Please check out George and the Dragon. Please, it was so good.
Yeah, an absolutely tasty restaurant to go to, and great service as well.
Great service.
Absolutely fantastic service.
There was even like a little bit of a wait that we had to go for, and they were just so kind through it all.
Yeah, it was a really, really good experience going out to eat. So, yeah, didn't get those cheese curds, but we did end up with some really, really good food anyways. But talking a little bit more about popcorn, I think some chocolate drizzle on some popcorn can never go wrong for a nice dessert popcorn.
Exactly.
I think that's absolutely delicious. I think obviously kettle corn is probably my favorite. A nice sweet kettle corn is absolutely delicious
And
to
it's
me.
so simple because it's just like a sugar syrup that you put in it, and then you just like shake it up with it.
It's literally I have like a family size, just giant Costco bag of some kettle corn at my house right now, which is absolutely delicious. I pour a bowl for myself, and it's not super high in calories, and it's an absolutely fantastic snack.
See, I don't have that restraint. I'd be going right into the bag.
Yes, that's why I've been learning, because when I get those big bags of stuff, like the Costco size bag,
Yeah.
the Sam's Club bag of stuff, I need to be like, limit myself, as I'll just hold on to the bag and just keep on eating. Pour myself a full bowl. I look at it, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of popcorn. I feel good about it. And I
Yeah.
end up eating it all, and it's a perfect serving amount for me, and I really don't need more. But so
That's why I have to restrain myself if I'm going to the movie by myself. I'm like, okay, I can't justify getting a large popcorn because no matter like what, I'm just gonna sit there and just eat the popcorn throughout the entirety of the movie. I'm like
Yes.
stuffing my face while watching the movie.
The best part about me watching movies is I don't eat anything during the movie. I eat all my stuff during the previews and during the end portion of the movie where they're wrapping out the plot. Like
I can't
during
do
the
that.
actual movie, I end up for some reason forgetting about all my snacks, all my drinks, all my different things. So I always know whenever the movie's starting, mow down on my popcorn, like love it, and then I'm gonna end up, putting it down by my feet once the movie gets started, and I'll just forget about it for the
It
rest
just
of the movie.
stays in my lap the whole movie.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yeah. See, I get annoyed with it being in my lap for that long, and so then I end up like putting it down or something like that, or I hand it over to the person next to me.
That's why I would hand it to Gordon most of the time. I'd be like, hey, you can hold on to this for a minute.
I think the last time we went to the movies together, I actually handed it off to you as we were
actually.
sharing. I think we were sharing a popcorn.
At Avatar?
No, it wasn't. No, I'm not talking about the last time I'm
yeah,
just talking about the last time I can remember sharing
it was
a
like
popcorn
Bullet
with.
Train or something.
Yeah, we were sharing a popcorn together, and I remember I think I handed it over to you for the rest of the movie, and I didn't touch it for the rest of the movie, and you just got to go to town on it.
And I did. I felt pretty bad afterwards. I'm not gonna lie.
It worked out best for me.
I think I might actually think that might be one of the closest things I have to an addiction is like the second that popcorn's in front of me, it's going down.
Now, are you a powder guy? Put a little bit of powder on it,
depends.
or are you you like the classic movie theater butter on it?
I'll just do the movie theater butter, but I've been finding the popcorn salt that they have.
Ooh.
Popcorn salt is so good.
We do have a jackpot winner in this game, $296 going out to Fredu over at Clearwater Corners, taking home that nice $296 prize. Definitely good stuff in this game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 6 with that minor prize going back to 52 balls or less, but the $60.50 sticking around on the Musco, and we should have a pretty good Musco as well as a great major prize. I mean, the major prize is what I got my eye out on. $7,944 you could take home in 56 balls or less. Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled. But talking just about popcorn and all the best parts of popcorn. And honestly, there's a lot of times where I just enjoy the classic homemade, throw some salt on the popcorn and no butter at all. Just enjoy the popcorn that way.
Popcorn's great without butter.
Like sometimes I actually prefer it as it doesn't give me a stomach ache. It's super light on the stomach. It's how like my parents made popcorn for us all growing up as kids.
And having just a little bit of salt on it really is top tier.
Oh yeah.
And like, although like, you might need a little something like a little oil or something to help it like stick. It's just plain popcorn.
Yeah.
It's like such a light and easy snack, and it is much healthier for you because popcorn is a rather healthy snack on its own without the additives.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once you add all that butter and stuff like that, it changes things.
It definitely changes
Movie
that.
theater butter, definitely not healthy for you.
Oh yeah, because that's not even butter. They don't even know what that is. Like I saw a video breaking it down, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't actually know like the rest of the ingredients, but they do something for like a butter flavoring, and then something just to make it last longer."
Yeah, but it's absolutely delicious. I
is.
did love having homemade popcorn as well as when it's just salted like that. I feel like it doesn't get bad as quickly.
Yeah.
And so then we just like my dad would make this giant like maybe even sometimes 2 tubs of just like popcorn filled to the
once
brim.
it's in the tin, it just stays.
Yeah, they would either just throw some saran wrap over the tin and do that, or throw it in like one of those gallon-sized plastic bags, and
yeah.
then we'd have snacks to be able to fill up for our lunches for the rest of the week, just being able to do that kind of stuff. So I absolutely love popcorn in every sense of the word. In any kind of aspect, popcorn's just delicious.
Oh yeah, I think my favorite thing that I have a story of popcorn though. I was at the movie to go watch Civil War with a couple friends in high school.
Okay.
And we were all, filling up our popcorn with the butter and stuff. And one friend, Nick or something like that, he was looking away from us talking.
Yeah.
And he's got a large popcorn that he's gonna be sharing with his twin sister. And he puts it under the butter dispenser. And he flips the nozzle. And the butter things that are actually a button.
Yes.
For some reason he flips it. It's the Sobe Life Water container.
No.
It's right next to the butter container.
Oh my gosh.
He just poured like dragonberry into his popcorn.
That is absolutely hilarious. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine the laugh you guys had after that.
Because obviously we were just making fun of him as he's he's pretty socially awkward.
Yeah.
As he has to go up to the lady at the counter and be like,
can I get a refill?
I put Sobe Life Water in my popcorn. And they gave him a free one. They did.
Oh, that's
so it
nice.
was very nice that he didn't have to buy a new one. But they were cracking up behind there. They were like, I don't think I've seen that happen before.
That is absolutely hilarious. I mean, that's really great stuff. Well, happy National Popcorn Day. Enjoy a little popcorn on today. I don't know anybody who doesn't like some good popcorn. We do have 20 balls dropped in this one, though. Players already 15 balls away, still in line to be able to take home maybe the major or mega jackpot. If we miss out on both those, we do have a must-go prize of $116, which isn't too bad to win in this game number 6. We do have one final national day to talk about, as it's Get to Know Your Customer Day. Get to Know Your Customer Day reminds businesses to reach out to patrons and get to know them better. The day is observed annually on the third Thursday of each quarter in January, April, July, and October.
Yeah, definitely a very important thing to highlight, and it's something that we definitely try and strive to do as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like without the reminder, we try and get to know our customers as much as we can.
Yeah, I love being able to go out there and PyCon because that's one of the, biggest times where I get to meet those customers. And then when I get to meet the customers at the bars, whenever we go to random bars, you got to have a really fun interaction with Funk when we were over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, as well as Towley. Both
and
of those.
Wolfstein.
And Wolfstein, yeah, all three of them were really great to meet when we did live broadcasts from there. We did. There's been quite a few players.
I love
that we've
meeting
met.
Mad Dog,
Yes.
and then out of nowhere, while he's playing, he just pulls a horseshoe out of his back pocket.
Yes.
And we're like, where was that?
He was like, "This is my lucky horseshoe," and we're like, well, now we know why you get so many wins. Hopefully you got your lucky horseshoe with you right now, Mad Dog, as I know you want to win that major prize. But you'll have to wait to next game to take home that major prize, as we have clicked past all of our jackpots and now working on a $116 must-go prize, as we got John over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls taking home that over $116 prize. Good job, John. In this game number 6, we'll now be getting rolled into a game number 7 with that minor prize clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, but still not available as it hasn't passed up that major prize in ball count. But Get to Know Your Customers Day, do you have any fun stories of getting to know your customers, especially back when you were working as a lifeguard at an indoor water park? Because you worked 5 years. What was it, 5 years, 6 years?
5.
5 years as a lifeguard, and then
currently a quarter of my lifetime.
Yeah, 3 years as a lifeguard, and then 2 years as a supervisor of those lifeguards.
Yeah,
and you had
one of those years training lifeguards.
And so you had to do a lot of customer interaction from different aspects of it too, whether it was just, having to talk to a customer who was upset as a supervisor, or you just having to talk to an upset customer while you're on stand as just a lifeguard.
Oh yeah.
Did you have any interesting interactions with customers that aren't maybe necessarily putting them in too bad of a light?
No. I won't talk bad about anyone. My favorite interaction I had at the water park, though, was someone who was actually injured, which those are usually the best ones, because usually you can kind of pull it around, you can just have a fun conversation with them. And it was this guy. He walked up and he was like, "Hey, I cut my thumb off," and I was like. I was doing something on the computer.
You're
I
shocked.
turn around. I'm like, what? How?
You're like,
and
this added a lot of work to my day.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna have to write a whole report. It's gonna be 5 pages long. How did you manage to do this? And he was just like, no. I did it 2 days ago at work, and we were like, yeah, we're not stopping our vacation. We're just gonna go, but I need a new bandage if you could figure something out for me. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, either way, if I open up the gauze, I have to write an incident report. And I was like, here, just
Band-Aid.
No. I just handed it
A
to
full
him
roll of gauze.
in the package still. I'm like, I didn't open it. I didn't touch it. I was like, he wasn't injured. I'm not writing 3 pages on this guy.
Yeah.
Coming up and asking just for a replacement gauze.
Yeah, for
But
an
yeah,
injury he had outside of the water park.
Yeah, and so it was just him, his wife, and his kid talking about how he managed to cut part of his
Oh
thumb
my
off.
gosh.
And, he just came back a couple times later just to get a new piece of gauze and stuff. But he was having a blast with or without a thumb.
Hey, good for him. Good for him. I'm trying to think of a story where I got to know the customer really well. I mean, I don't know. There's lots of funny stories of just little kids interacting with me as a lifeguard.
Finding out their favorite shows. Kids were always pumped to find out that I liked Pokemon. Every time I saw a kid with like Pokemon shorts that was like injured or something, I'd be like, "You like Pokemon?" He's like, yeah, and they're so pumped. And then you're just like, "What's your favorite Pokemon?"
Oh, yes.
And then you just kind of go on about that. It was pretty fun actually, like getting to know guests and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. I'm a kind of person, and I know there's people that are opposite to me like that. I'm a chatter. I love when a customer will chat with me. It makes my day go by faster. It makes me happier just because I'm having a fun little interaction, like just swapping stories with a customer kind of deal. And so I'm a huge like loving to talk to customers. But I know there are other people out there that are like, I just wish they would stop talking to me, like kind of deal. I'm completely on the other side of it.
Faster.
I love talking to customers, and so
Just
getting to
people
know
in
your
general.
customer is just a really, really fun thing. And so happy Get to Know Your Customer Day happens 4 times a year in January, April, July, and October, and it's happening right now in this January 19th.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are going after these great jackpots, we got a little bit of Twins news to get into, and we're looking at an off-season review. And first off, we're looking at our additions. Starting us off, we got Christian Vasquez bring stability behind the plate and potentially a boost to the pitching staff. He'll be there for a few years with getting a 3-year deal. Glad to see us getting a new catcher. We also got Joey Gallo, who has struggled as of late. It will at least bring the same averages as Kelper while hitting more bombs on a cheap 1-year contract. Glad to add him as well. Next up, we got Kyle Farmer, who will likely fill a utility role, as the experienced shortstop may also play some outfield. Good to see, as now we're getting a little bit more depth in that shortstop field, as we did have a little bit of an issue with it when we weren't sure whether we were signing Correa or not.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And I think Kyle Farmer is one of those guys that has so much positional versatility that he can make some good impact on this team no matter where he's playing at. Another addition was minor league deals for experienced major leaguer Willie Castro, and as well as potential pitching options AJ Alexy and Alejandro Hidalgo.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff picking up those players. But we do have a winner before we talk more about these Twins news. We got Spike over at Maynard's of Excelsior, taking home that Musco prize of $55. Good job to you, Spike. Everyone's favorite dog from the Rugrats.
Yeah, definitely some nice stuff there. We will be getting enrolled into this next game as that minor prize will be clicking up to 56 balls or less, but still won't be able to be won as it's not catching up to the major prize, as the major prize will also be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. $8,000, 58 balls or less. High likelihood it will be going out in these next few games, so make sure you guys are getting rolled in the next 2 minutes. We do have some retained players from this offseason, as Carlos Correa for the remainder of his effective career, most likely on a risk-averse deal. I mean, really great stuff. I really like the deal that we made with Carlos Correa. And then we also extended Chris Paddock for a more control after he comes back from Tommy John surgery.
Oh, yeah, and here are the players that we have so far lost during our offseason. First up, we got Gio Urshela in a trade with the Angels. It was sad but smart. Next up, we got Gary Sanchez, Miguel Sano, sad to see that happen, Dylan Bundy, Chris Archer, Michael Fulmer, Billy Hamilton, Sandy Leon, as well as Aaron Sanchez. Sad to see all those players go, but hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of outtakes out of that.
Yeah, hopefully, there's a big wins in that. I think one of those big wins is obviously signing Carlos Correa, and I think we've been doing a lot of things. A lot of our losses, I feel like, are neutrals with our additions, and then the retained Carlos Correa puts our offseason grade at around an A minus, I would say. Definitely great stuff from our Minnesota Twins this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys can can send a little bit of luck over to our Minnesota Twins by playing the great eTab game Twins Win. You guys can play wherever you're playing Pilot Games at, and even check out picking a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round to see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes. But right now, we are getting enrolled into a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. Should be some fun stuff, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play as we go over the standings that you guys are earning points for right now as you're playing some Game Day Bingo.
Oh yeah, and kicking things off in 10th place, we got a two-way tie between Stephen B over at Johan Sports Bar 2 and 10th place Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue. They're both tied with 10,000 points. In 8th place, we got another two-way tie between previously in 9th place KRC over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove and previously in 7th DGG over at Sherwood Lounge. They're both tied with 11,000 points. In 5th place is another three-way tie. This one between previously in 7th Lucky over at Classic Bowl, previously still in 5th Rocks Jim over at Carbone's Pizza CR Billiards, and Jim Rocks over at Carbone's Pizza CR Billiards. They were all tied with 12,000 points. With 13,000 points in 4th, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House. In 3rd place, we got Bull over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 15,000 points. In 2nd, it's Funk over at Carbone's Pizza CR Billiards with 18,000 points. And in 1st place, we got 1308 over at the Red Fox Tavern, currently with 22,000 points. Good job to you, 1308, and all of our players in the top 10 of those Game Day Bingo standings.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of some great Game Day Bingo, that major prize is looking great. 58 balls or less, $8,000. We'll see if anybody can take it home as we now have 20 balls dropped in this game, and players already 16 balls away. I'm hoping to see that major prize go out in this one as definitely a fun one, having $8,000 on the line. But onto the location side of these Game Day Bingo standings. 9th place, two-way tie between the Classic Bowl and former 8th place location, now in 9th, Lincoln Depot, both with 18,000 points. 8th place getting out of a tie in 9th place, we got Johan Sports Bar 2 with 19,000 points. 5th place, we actually have a three-way tie, formerly in 7th, now in 5th, we got Red Fox Tavern. And staying in 5th, we got American Legion Fridley and Outtakes. They all have 22,000 points. 4th place, getting bumped back from 3rd, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 26,000 points. With 28,000 points in 3rd place, moving up from 4th, passing up Corner Bar and Goodhue, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place is the Chart House with 30,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Carbone's Pizza CR Billiards with 62,000 points. Awesome stuff to those players and locations killing it during these Game Day Bingo games. Speaking of players killing it in these Game Day Bingo games, we're hoping for a player to kill it, taking home an $8,000 major prize. But we are creeping close. We got to give it out in 58 balls or less, and only 4 balls to do so. But definitely don't trust the rolling screen as it likes to lie to us.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Final opportunity right here to take this one home. We'll see if it goes out. No, moving past it to the $54.20 Musco prize. Definitely exciting stuff there, but we have our winner.
Oh yeah, we got Sparkle over at Friends Bar and Restaurant taking home that $54 Musco prize. Good job to you, Sparkle, with that minor, major, and mega. Growing and rolling on to this next round with that minor jackpot, clicking up to 58 balls or less. But if you take that home, you're actually going to be taking home that major instead on this next round. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play.
Yeah, saying we have our winner made me think of we have our heading. Here we go! From the magic within your heart. The Blu-ray commercial, absolutely great. I loved it from Disney.
Oh, man.
Absolute classic. We got 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled in this game number 9 of Game Day Bingo. 58 balls or less for the major and minor jackpot, but you can only win the major prize right now as if you win it in 54 balls or less, you get the better prize being $8,129. We also have that mega prize of $41,382 you can take home in 49 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff as you guys get enrolled in the next minute and 50 seconds. But if you guys aren't getting enrolled into this game, I don't know why you wouldn't be. But you can be playing a little bit of eTab action. We have a bunch of different fun eTab games and over 70 different Charitable eTab games to be a little bit more specific. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You'll definitely want to check them out. Right now, we're listening to a little Vegas. Vegas brings you all that great Vegas action that you might need.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Make sure you guys are checking that out as well as our brand new eTab that we had just released called Lucky Stars. Definitely some awesome stuff. Glad I was able to pull that out.
Well, not Lucky Stars.
Lucky Stars.
Lucky Stars is trademarked. So Lucky Star, though, is our ETAB game.
Lucky Star. Check out Lucky Star.
Definitely some great stuff there. We got 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game. $285 on the minor, $8,000 on the major, and $41,000 on the mega, as we got a little music history to talk about. And in 1993, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks returned to Fleetwood Mac to perform Bill Clinton's campaign song, Don't Stop, at his inauguration ceremony.
Oh yeah, definitely some interesting stuff. Nice. And in next year, we had a very cool one because in 1994, the 9th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies are held in New York City. Inductees include The Animals, the band, Duane Eddy, The Grateful Dead, Elton John, and John Lennon, Bob Marley, as well as Rod Stewart. Axl Rose performs Come Together at the ceremony with Bruce Springsteen. It is Axl's last public appearance until 1998.
Wow, definitely some fun stuff there.
Yeah.
Definitely a cool one. I think a lot of legendary musicians were put into this list. I mean, Animals, Elton John, John Lennon, Bob Marley, Rod Stewart, all of them absolute classics. Even I mean, all of them are classics. I feel like wrong not highlighting the band, Duane Eddy, and the Grateful Dead as well.
Yeah.
As they're all just absolutely class acts. But definitely cool stuff there. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, definitely some fun stuff. And maybe we'll talk a little bit more about these great artists when we talk about this again in our happy hour broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
But there's definitely a fun one. Do you have a favorite of the artists here?
Elton John, too easy.
Elton John, yeah, such a good one. I'll go to be a little different, go with Bob Marley, as he created some classics.
He did.
Definitely
deserves to be in that Hall of Fame.
Oh, for sure. We do have a little thing for your guys' names to be put down for all of us to know about, and that's PGL.world. If you sign up there, you can become a member of our league, get access to our Player Connect app, as well as competing for points in our for our top 10 PGL standings. You also have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. And we like the players who get signed up so much that we actually highlight them in our new member spotlight. So get signed up at PGL.world today.
Oh yeah, those members that just got signed up are Mod Racer 6, Ash 91, Days Dream, Toby, Jake, 5 to Blue, Chief Often, D-Man Guy, Will Bakers, Cop Gal 75, Bobo 22, Chris 3276, Meg Z 775, Blizzard, Luke K, Kelbell, MN April, Six Pack, Tut, Big Rig 18, K Davis, Girly Girls 3, Casper L, Larry, as well as CJ Slick. Congratulations to all those players getting signed up at the PGL. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all of these PGL standings.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And I just wanted to see, Will Baker is the kid from Stranger Things, right?
No.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm just getting mixed up with somebody else. He's a basketball player, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
That I'm getting mixed up with. But definitely interesting stuff there. Good job. Will Baker's getting a nice win. We do have T-Bone over at Poppers, as well as Bev over at Scoops Pub and Grill. Both of them are splitting up $62.90 in this game number 9. We'll now be getting rolled into game number 10. Or game number 11, maybe. I think it might be already game number 11.
It might be. It looks like it's around there.
Yeah, well, we'll be getting enrolled in this next one. 60 balls or less for the minor prize. You could take home $348. 58 balls or less for the major prize of $8,191. And then the mega prize of $41,445. You could take home in 49 balls or less. Just 2 minutes to get enrolled in this next game. Should be some really, really great stuff as we talk about some great celebrity birthdays on today.
Oh, yeah, and kicking us off, born in 1736, we got James Watt, Scottish inventor, mechanical engineer, and chemist, known for the steam engine and with his name being used for the term for energy.
Yeah, just an absolute super influential inventor. He was a chemist who improved on Thomas Newcomb's 1712 Newcomb steam engine, and with his Watt steam engine in 1776, which was was fundamental to the changes brought by the Industrial Revolution in both his native Great Britain and the rest of the world.
Wow, definitely some awesome stuff.
Yeah, definitely a really cool one. Seeing if he invented anything else, it looks like steam engine is obviously what he's very, very much known for. He did not invent the light bulb, as that was Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
That's a common question asked.
No.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like some really, really cool stuff, though. Happy birthday, James. James Watt obviously revolutionized the world with the steam engine.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1809, we got Edgar Allan Poe, American writer, poet, and critic, known for The Pit and the Pendulum, considered the inventor of the detective fiction genre, known for also Murders in Rue Morgue.
Yeah, definitely a great author, one of the greatest authors of all time.
Yeah.
Kind of the category he's in, as he created so many classic books: The Raven, The Telltale Heart, The Black Cat, Annabelle Lee, and many, many others. He also had some great poems that consisted of The Raven, Annabelle Lee, Lenore, Alone, The Bells, and many, many others.
Oh, yeah.
With
the Raven being the reason why the Baltimore Ravens are named that.
Yes. He was very obsessed with the Raven, with ravens and crows and stuff like that. He loved the darker looking birds. He was an American writer, poet, editor, and literary critic, best known for his poetry and short stories, particularly his tales of mystery and the Macabre. He was widely regarded as a central figure for Romanticism in the United States and of American literature.
Oh, yeah, definitely some very important stuff. Happy birthday to you, Edgar Allan Poe.
Next up, born in 1848, we got Matthew Webb, an English long-distance swimmer who's the first to swim unassisted across the English Channel.
That is crazy to even attempt that.
Yeah, I think Ben could do it like nothing.
Yeah, probably.
He would. Ben would
actually didn't even know Ben could swim.
He could probably just long jump it, to be honest. He doesn't need to swim it.
Oh, no, probably not.
He just goes
honestly,
into his long jump
maybe not
form.
Ben. Probably
he's got
Gabe,
it.
as Gabe is the peak.
He's genetically the peak Ruggles.
He's genetically the best of all of you guys.
All of us. So I guess, that would be probably the better bet on it. But I think Ben has more ambitious goals, like, long jumping the English Channel.
Exactly.
I think is one on his list. Matthew Webb, though, in all seriousness, an incredible feat to go unassisted swimming across the English Channel, and to be the first to do it is like a lot more nerve-wracking than any other person after you doing it.
Oh, yeah, because anyone after, it's like, oh, well, someone else has already done it. I can try.
Otherwise, the other people you've seen people try to do it, and they've never done it. And so you have no idea if it's even humanly possible. And he was the first human to do it. So happy birthday, Matthew Webb. We do have 55 balls dropped on this, as we're trying to give out this major prize in 58 balls or less. Last opportunity to take home this major prize, as it's going out.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We got Danger over at Northside Bar, taking home that major jackpot of $8,209. Bum, 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 bum. Good job to you, Danger. Definitely some awesome stuff. Taking it all on your lonesome, too.
Yeah, definitely an amazing prize going out to you, as we will now be getting enrolled into this next game, with actually that minor prize still going to be available at 62 balls or less, probably over $400 by the time you guys get enrolled. Yeah, $419 available on that minor prize in 62 balls or less. High likelihood that it's going out in this game right here. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game, as I think we only have 2 more games left of Game Day Bingo, which is going to finish out perfectly, as we're going to hopefully give out this minor prize in this one, and then in the next game we'll have a triple Musco to give out, which would be absolutely awesome to see. But as we continue on talking about some celebrity birthdays, next up, born in 1939, we got Phil Everly, a American rock and roll singer and guitarist. He was a part of the Everly Brothers, as he did Bye Bye Love, Wake Up Little Susie, and When Will I Be Loved?
Oh, yeah, definitely some classics. Let's see.
I'm not very familiar with the Everly Brothers.
I am not really as well, but I guess they're early in that rock and roll era. And let's see.
See when their songs came out. Looks like 1950s. was during big time for them. They were actors and composers.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was known. He is known for Tequila Sunrise,
Oh.
Every Which Way But Loose, and Flipped. He was previously married to Patrice Arnold. And he passed away in 2014.
Ah, very sad to see.
But definitely a guy who had a lot of influence in the music world.
Yeah, and let's see, he's also known for writing and self-composing Dare to Dream Again, which became a top 10 adult contemporary hit for him in 1981. Good for him.
Wow, definitely a cool one there. See if we can find any more. Yeah, he had a solo album as well.
Oh.
And had a lot of popular songs, but just I guess not any that I really know of.
Oh, yeah.
Let It Be Me, All I Have to Do Is Dream, Kathy's Clown, Wake Up Little Susie. I think Wake Up Little Susie sounds the most like memorable for me. Like if I
Yeah.
listen to it, I may have heard that one before.
Oh, yeah.
But happy birthday, Phil Everly. Next up, we got Janis Joplin, born in 1943. Absolute classic. American rock and blues singer-songwriter. Did Piece of My Heart, Me and Bobby McGee, as well as Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, yeah, Mercedes-Benz, just a classic. Oh, Lord. I love it. One of my favorite songs. One of my favorite voices in all of music.
Yeah, just a really, really good artist. Let's see, one of the most successful and widely known rock stars of her era. She was noted for her powerful mezzo-soprano vocals and electric stage presence.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Love Janis Joplin, and sadly part of that 27 club.
Yeah, but happy birthday, Janis Joplin, on today. We have another great female artist, though, next that has another unique voice.
Oh, yeah, next up, born in 1946, we got Dolly Parton, American country singer-songwriter, known for Jolene, I Will Always Love You, and 9 to 5, all classic songs by Dolly.
Yes, definitely some great stuff. I know 9 to 5 is also a movie starring Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin that me and Jordy were actually just thinking about watching the other day,
Ooh.
but then we ended up not doing it because
Aw,
it's
man.
apparently not as, like, great of a plot movie, but it's, fun because it's got, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton all in the same movie.
It's gotta be great.
Like, how can that go wrong? But apparently it's a
Exactly.
movie that's just kind of about hating their boss kind of deal. So,
Fair.
yeah, I've watched enough movies like that. I think it's they can be pretty funny at times.
They can be.
We do have our final celebrity birthday, though. Born in 1966, we got Stefan Edberg, a Swedish tennis player who actually was a 6-time Grand Slam singles title winner.
Dang, that is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely dominant during his time. Really, really cool stuff. Definitely some great celebrity birthdays from today. We are still working in this game, though, as we've moved past the major and mega prize, and we're working on that minor prize at 62 balls or less, $463. We'll see who ends up taking home this nice prize, as we got players already 3 balls away, and it should be going out in these next few balls to drop.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play.
Oh, yeah. But as you guys are going, we do have our winner, though.
Oh, yeah, we got Gurr over at Shady's Real Side taking home that Musco prize of $142. Actually, taking home that minor jackpot of $463.
Woo.
Good job to you, Gurr.
Yeah, we will now be getting enrolled into this final game of Game Day Bingo for this lunchtime. You guys will have lots of more Game Day Bingo throughout today. But this final game with me and Will here, as we're going to have a triple Musco available in this one. That $142 Musco prize is only growing as more people get enrolled. And so we should have a very, very nice prize as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds for this final game. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this final one, we have a little bit of Vikings news we can talk about, as we're talking about if the Vikings move on from Donatell, Ed Donatell, who replaces him in this situation. Here are a few options that have been thrown around. Brandon Staley, the head coach of the Chargers, speculations after the Chargers lost in the playoffs that he would be fired, but now looks like he'll continue in that role. So if he ends up staying as the head coach of the Chargers, obviously we would not be able to take over. We would not be able to have him take over as our defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But here's some other options. options that could work. We got
Brandon Staley?
a hero, Aviro, a
Okay.
defensive coordinator for the Broncos. I don't know how I feel about taking another defensive coordinator from the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone from the Broncos right now just wouldn't feel like
Ed Donatel did not work out great for us, and if we're moving on from him, obviously, to pick up another coordinator from the Broncos doesn't feel right.
No, it feels like it'd be just taking on the same system in a different way.
He does have ties to both Kevin O'Connell and Kwefe Adafo-Mensah in stops with the Rams and 49ers, so
Okay.
he's worked with both of them, so that
Yeah.
would be good. But he is currently taking head coaching interviews right now, and Denver blocked an interview request by the Falcons for their defensive coordinator job. So the only way he'd be available to the Vikings is if he doesn't land a head coaching job and is released by the Broncos after a new head coach is hired. That
Interesting.
could happen, but unlikely, as he's regarded he's well regarded in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Another option is Jim Schwartz, neither young nor up and coming, but he was a top candidate already hired by the Browns to be their next defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
And the final option is Gerard Mayo, the Patriots defensive coach. Mayo has declined defensive coordinator interviews as the Patriots are looking to give him a bigger role to keep him on their staff. Yeah, all these options seem like very interesting picks for us. I think I don't like anybody from the Patriots. Whenever they lead the Patriots, they always struggle.
Yeah.
And so I struggle to say Gerard Mayo. I think Brandon Staley, he won't be leaving as the head coach of the Chargers. I think the Broncos defensive coordinator sounds like the best, as he has connections with Kevin O'Connell and Kwefe Adafo-Mensah, and you love to have that kind of communication and rapport with each other, which I think would be great for us. And Jim Schwartz seems like a decent guy as well, as brings a veteran presence into that coordinator staff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are continuing to support those Twins in their offseason, as we have teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for the ETAB game Vikings Victory. You guys can pick a letter in that skull bonus to win some big prizes. Definitely some great stuff. Make sure you guys are checking out Vikings Victory.
Yes, definitely love that great ETAB game. But we got balls dropping in this final game of Game Day Bingo with me and Will being here for you guys. And we got $195 available on the Musco. That looks like to be the goal prize, unless we can give it out in 49 balls or less. If not, we'll be aiming for that $195 nice Musco prize, which should have which is a nice one to end off this lunchtime. We have players already 9 balls away, like Scrub Eye, Jason H, T-Mob Turbo, Lulu, as well as many, many others. A few movies released on today. In 1990, Tremors was released.
Ooh, classic.
In 1996, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Ooh.
And in 2018, Den of Thieves. Any of those you'd like to take a little deeper look at?
Den of Thieves was definitely definitely a pretty good one. I know that was
Has a great cast.
Yeah, it's
really,
got like Russell Crowe and a couple other great actors in it.
You also got Evan.
Peterson?
No, not Evan Peterson. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is in it. Okay.
As well as I think Ice Cube's son
Is he?
is in it as well. I love Ice Cube's son as an actor. O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Okay.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. I'm not sure exactly how to say his name, but I really enjoy him as an actor.
Oh, yeah, but we have B Dizzle over at the roadside taking home that Musco prize of $195, meaning that minor, major, and mega are going to be growing and rolling onto the 1 to 4 times of Game Day Bingo. Definitely some awesome stuff. But
yeah, Chris Evans isn't in that movie.
Okay.
I totally got him mixed up with somebody else, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But definitely an awesome final game of Game Day Bingo. You guys are about to get enrolled into a little bit of Skull Bingo here. And as you guys are getting enrolled, I got a player spotlight for you. Katie over at the Riverside Inn in Holly, $7,528. And as she was playing at the Riverside Inn in Holly, she was supporting the Holly Firemen's Relief Association. Their mission is, as a relief association, is to exist primarily to provide a support system to the firefighters. Absolutely awesome stuff. Enjoy a little bit of Lucky 4 Bingo, then some more Game Day Bingo action. And remember, when you play pilot games, your community wins.
Event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a Willie nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate. Aloha. Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food,
just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
30,000, 20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson! Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It was awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate. Aloha.
Hello. This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the Pilot Kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.